Hello patrons. So today I'm out here doing a lot more shooting, obviously. Today my main focus is doing the review of the Faxon Firearms Match Series threaded barrel that I've been carrying in my Glock 19 for over a year now. I've had this thing ever since end of 2017, and I've kept pushing off doing the review because I've been waiting for another suppressor just to test it with. I've done at least 3 at this point, if not more, and I just wanted to have as much data as I could before actually bringing the review. But with how long things were taking with Silencer Shop to get that system back up and running, I just decided, you know what, screw it. I've done enough suppressors, more than most people have themselves, so might as well go ahead and do the review. So just doing some shooting out here with it, and also doing some shooting with another handgun that I don't think any of you guys have seen yet, but you will be the first to. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. So my most recent firearms purchase is this Beretta 92 FS. Now this one is used. I actually picked it up used from the gun store that I work at, Mazama Sporting Goods in Eugene, Oregon. Went ahead and traded a gun for it just because I've always wanted to get a Beretta M9 or 92 FS, and I thought, you know, I don't want to pay for a new one, but if a good used one ever walks in, I'll go ahead and try to get it, and lo and behold, one walks in. And I swear I'm not intentionally trying to purchase a bunch of Berettas. That's just, you know, luck of the draw at this point in time. This is a slightly older model, and it is definitely used. It's got some pretty nasty wear marks on it all over the place. Probably going to shoot it as is for a while, and then possibly have the gunsmith that works with me do a Cerakote job on it just to clean everything up and get it back to nice and pristine looking. But I've always wanted one. Every time I watch Die Hard, I feel like I need one, and now probably either tonight or tomorrow I'm going to actually watch Die Hard while playing around with this thing, especially since now, well, granted, he was using a full-size MP5. My little Zenith Z5P and this. We also have a Steyr AUG, one of the NATO versions too, so it takes regular AR-15 mags. We have one of those at the store, so all we need is a M7 pistol, and we'll pretty much have most of the guns covered from Die Hard, so for what that's worth. But again, I've been wanting to just pick one of these up. It came with a few magazines and whatnot, and I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully I'll end up keeping it. If I don't keep it, it'll probably just be so that I can get rid of it to upgrade to like one of the LTT models, or maybe a Wilson Combat, or maybe the M9A3. Who knows? We'll see, but I don't know. In the meantime, it's going to be fun. Speaking of Berettas, though, I'm also putting a couple more rounds to my Beretta ARX 100. When Christian and I were out here the other day to do our review of the Visca, which you guys might see by the time this video goes up. Kind of depends on if that thing is done uploading by the time I get home. When we were out here the other day, I just let him put all the rounds through it. At least I think I did. I don't think I put any rounds through it. Just because he hadn't shot it yet, and I wanted to get him a little bit of experience with it to get his opinions on it. He's not a huge fan, and I don't blame him. Again, I think I'm mostly just in the honeymoon phase with that gun. But I don't know. We'll see how things go. But I'm going to be shooting that a little bit more. I've gone through the first 100 or so rounds, or sorry, gone through the first 500 or so rounds through that Henry Lever gun in 22. That thing is just too much fun. I'm debating on whether I want to get it to 1,000 before I do the review. Not for any necessarily reason other than just because I want to shoot it more. It's honestly one of the most fun guns that I own now. I would have brought it out with me today, but I was running on limited time and I wanted to get some stuff done in a timely manner today, and oftentimes I bring too much stuff out with me and then I run out of time to actually do everything. So I wanted to really focus on the newest purchase, get the video done on that threaded barrel from Faxon Firearms, which I'm a big fan of, by the way. I guess teaser for when that video comes out. There's a couple things that I do need to change on this. Grip bushings and everything are kind of weird on it, so it's gripping onto the mag, and like I said, the finish is pretty dicked up in some places, but it should be fun nonetheless, and hopefully the slide doesn't break on me and come back and kick me in the face, but fingers crossed on that. I did mostly disassemble this thing just to give it some TLC and clean up some corrosion spots in some places, but yeah, should be fun. If any of you guys have one of these, let me know what you recommend doing. This is not a G model, so as you can see, it does do decocker, which is also the safety, so you have to activate it one way or the other. I may or may not do the G conversion to this one. If I do end up wanting to keep this one, I will probably do the G conversion, which for those of you who don't know, it's a decocker only. So once you decock it, it automatically flips back up to fire. In case you're wondering why I might want to do that, two main reasons. First of all, you already have the long heavy trigger pull. So basically it's like having a double action revolver. Once you have it decocked, those don't have an active safety. It's in a holster, which prevents anything from dragging on the trigger guard, and the trigger weight is heavy enough to make it drop safe or anything crazy like that, which is why you don't want to carry it cocked and on fire, which is the only way to carry it with the hammer cocked. The other reason is it's possible when you go to do a malfunction clearance or rack the slide, so let's say your slide is locked open and you go to rack the slide, it is possible, didn't do it there, but we'll see, did it there, to activate the safety while you grab the slide just because it's a slide mounted safety. So it is possible to now have it not only decocked but on safe. So as I run my new magazine in there and during the boogaloo, which is when I need my gun to be running the most, now I present it, nothing's happening, and I have to actively think, okay, take it off safe, and now dump some rounds into the bad guys who are shooting at people's dogs. But again, that's why I'm thinking about doing the G conversion. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Again, for those of you who have them, what do you recommend doing? I'm anxious to hear what you guys think. As far as other stuff coming up, I just received my upper receiver from Midwest Industries for that complete AR that I'm getting from them. Still waiting on the lower receiver. I think some snafus happened in payment, but we'll get that sorted out, and that'll be coming. Still waiting to hear from PWS as far as when I'll be getting that PWS Pro, which is their budget line of piston ARs. Also, live stream, depending on when I post this, either tonight or tomorrow night, Friday night, basically. I've already made a post about it on Patreon, but in case you see this also, definitely come in and join. And again, give me your questions. I've only got a handful in there, and I can't make a video answering only like 3 or 4 questions. So please, please, please throw some questions in there. Maybe I'm doing these too often, and you guys need more time to actually think about it. But again, let me know what you think. Again, I just really appreciate what you guys are doing. YouTube has been more actively demonetizing videos, and I used to win every single appeal. I'm now losing almost every single appeal, and it's completely arbitrary. So the video I just posted with the Armaspec safety, that's demonetized, but the video on the safety for the AK, that is still monetized. The review I did of the Marlin is monetized, but the review I did of the Henry is demonetized. Like, literally identical videos are either monetized or demonetized for completely arbitrary reasons. At least that's how it appears to me. I would love to talk to someone from YouTube and figure out what's going on there, but alas, thanks to your guys' support, I do have a more consistent way to be able to budget out what I am able to do on this channel. And again, I just really, really do appreciate that. Hence why I'm trying to do these videos more often for you. Since I'm out here all the time anyway, might as well make these update videos for you guys. So if you ever need anything from me, please, please, please do not be afraid to ask. And again, if you guys can, join in on that Discord server. There's a lot of good conversations going on over there. I do post some different stuff over there just because it's a little bit easier and less formal to post pictures of stuff over there. So definitely go over there and check it out if you haven't already. But anyway, as always, I hope you got something out of this video, and I really appreciate you watching. And no, I'm not going to tape this to my back when I do the review. That'd be foolish. Foolish. Oh, one other thing I want to mention. One other thing that I want to mention is came to my attention when I was out here last week with Christian. We were getting signed in up at the office, and the president of the board out here happened to be here at the time. And he's a really nice guy, and he's kind of gone to bat for me several times, unbeknownst to me, which is the fact that it's unbeknownst to me makes me appreciate it even more. He told me that someone had raised some concerns about me doing videos out here because the way he described it was being in front of the muzzle while I'm shooting. And what that ended up meaning was having the camera downrange of me while I'm shooting. So i.e. pointing the gun in the general direction of the camera. I guess the person who raised the concerns thought that I had someone manning the camera, who apparently has very steady hands, especially while being downrange of someone shooting. As I'm sure all of you know, as I would have assumed everyone would be able to understand, the camera's on a tripod. Even when there's someone out here with me at the range, the camera's on a tripod. 99% of the time the camera is on a tripod. So I did have to do a little disclaimer that you'll see during the Faxon Firearms barrel review, just because I have a good thing going out here. I want to maintain that, and apparently there are people who have assigned themselves as auditors of my channel to make sure I'm doing everything in accordance with the rules, and I like to, I take pride in the fact that I am doing everything above board out here and want to be as transparent as possible. I just really wish they'd be willing to talk to me directly about it. I like to think of myself as an approachable person. Maybe I don't always look that way. So yeah, anyway, had to make that disclaimer video, even though just a little quick email or conversation would have alleviated any of those concerns. But anyway, here we are, and you'll see that in that review video.